Thanks, Patrick. Retiring can be scary, but we have some tips on how to get a handle on your finances. Colin Evans is here with some advice. So what do people need to know about retiring?
Well, you got to think, as study after study after study has shown, the most recent one being in February from Forbes, is when going into that retirement time, the number one fear going into it is running out of money. It's kind of shocking to think about, because we don't completely see that being, as me and you were at a younger age. But that is over 67% of the fear. It's like, hey, do we have to save more, or do I have to hold on to this? So we put together 4 things that can actually really give just some pointers and tips for people to think about. And that first one is, don't really think on it. It's time to act. It's really time to put a strategic plan in place and putting a system in place to ensure that you have enough money so you don't run out. It's like, you don't want to go through life having to worry about that, and really that can be that's a key fear in retirees today. Like, you need to enjoy this. This is not the time to worry and wake up and go, hey, what are we going to do? What's going to be cautious? Let's enjoy our retirement by putting a true, actual plan in place. And one of the key things of living longer nowadays, and as we are, we can start paying attention to our health a little bit better. We've got better health care. We have, just exercise, the things that we want to do that can put that, because we didn't see that, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Now, as we're seeing 80s and 90s are more and more common, and we're seeing, there was news yesterday, here's a 103-year-old person seeing the eclipse again. You're going, that's amazing, though. But healthcare, and taking care of ourselves have allowed for that. But one of the big things to really watch out for, too, in this time frame is our inflation. And as we saw this, we all felt this, we still do to this day, as we've seen it in the grocery store, as costs seem to have almost doubled. It's now, you used to be able to leave for $25 with a couple, a handful of bags, and now $25 you might walk out with 2 items. So you have to plan for things like that, because inflation's a big deal, especially when you go into retirement and you're working or living now onto a fixed income. And the biggest tip that we can give is actually visit with a financial professional, but creating a true retirement strategy with an income plan. It doesn't matter if the market goes up, it doesn't matter if the market goes down, all things bearing, let's have a true plan in place that works on both sides of the parameter, just to make sure. And at the end of the day, that gives you a sleep insurance and allows you to sleep at night, that you're not having to worry about what you're doing, or is our income going to be okay? Can we handle inflation? Can we handle costs in healthcare? Are we going to be able to do that when gas goes to $4 a gallon again, as we've all experienced? So there's a couple tips we wanted to put together and share that can really help people put those worries at ease, being that that's the number one fear as we walk into retirement time.
And is there a set number that people should kind of have in their mind when it comes to how much they need to retire, or does it kind of vary person to person?
It really is. It's going to be some soul searching on, hey, what do we need to kind of keep up on our lifestyle? Is it time for us to look at, hey, maybe we got the kids are out of, no longer living here, and we don't need a house as large as we do, or one of my favorite things to see is we have a couple of clients that are retirees that hopped in the RV and put the vehicle behind it. But it's amazing. It's like, hey, we're staying at a campsite and we're paying $20 a day. You're like, that's actually not.
That reduced costs a lot.
And you get to see the country and explore. I was like, that's pretty amazing. But it really all depends on the lifestyle that people have kind of built up, and how do they want to really live. And it's like, do they want to really live beneath their means and have to worry about it, or it's like, hey, we made this time and we want to do what we want to do. Let's stretch this out and put a true plan in place that allows you to do that.
Okay, awesome. Well, as always, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely, thank you.